Hello, hello, hello. I knew you thought you would see my face, but I am not presentable. I am not presentable, but I am so glad that you all have joined in today. Let's see who we have here. We have Maria. Hi, Maria. We have Trinity TIDD. Hi. Marisol. Hey. We have Kat here. Yes, you are finally catching a live one. And let me see if I could change this so it could be a little bit bolder so we can see here. Let's see if I can make this bold. I think I can. I think I can. Ooh, 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 ooh. Am I doing too much here? No, no, no. I can change it. Boom. I like this better. I was trying something new, but I like this better. Yes, you're finally catching a live one. Hey, Brittany. And let me know, can you all hear me? Hey, Brittany. Hello, everyone, she says. Kiki, hey, hello, hello. And then we have Shakita Bell. Hello, Shakita, how are you? How is everyone? I know we have some people who probably are kind of quiet, kind of shy. They don't want their name popping up on the screen. And I think some people do like it. But I was just checking in. How is everyone today? I had a message for you all, and I want to try to get back into the routine of things. And so here we are. So, everyone nowadays wants to be a boss, especially my women. Women really want to be girl bosses. Like that is the thing nowadays. Wouldn't you agree? Like that is the thing. No one want, and it's a great thing. It's like everyone's like, I can do this. I can make masks. I can make clothing. I can start my own clothing boutique. I can do whatever, and that is a great thing. However, I do think that a lot of people are skipping past some important things to know before becoming a girl boss or a boss. Period of any kind. And so let's see. I and this is not even my new phone, you guys. It came in. I haven't even, with everything being closed down, that means I have to switch everything over myself. And I'm kind of like not looking forward to that. So I'm still on my old phone. So I'm glad you all can hear me well. But I found something on Instagram and I said this would be a very, very, very good topic to go over with people, just so we're realistic with what it's like to really, really, really be a girl boss or a boss in general. So here we go. Let's read over this. So I found this on Instagram, and this was by the millionaire. Wait, who was that? Let me turn it here because I'm on my phone, so it's kind of small. But let's see. Give me a second. It's a little bit different doing this on my phone. I'm usually working off a laptop. I'm trying to take down the banner here. Banner. I just answered my own darn question. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna take that down so we can really see. Okay, so this is by the Millionaire Moms Club, and I scrolled across this and I thought it was excellent. Um, Parts of entrepreneurship that aren't talked about enough. And she said at the bottom, listen, I wish I could tell you that you could skip through the struggle that comes with blah, 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 blah. And I said, wow, that is a great post because a lot of people are doing this, but I think a lot of people have on rose colored glasses as to what it takes to get to a level of success that they see themselves at. You could definitely do it, but I just want to make sure that people are thinking about and take a screenshot of this if you have to, just to really know what you're getting into, because a lot of people end up quitting because they have not taken time to think about these things. So the first one is the extreme amount of stress and pressure you endure on a daily basis. Now, this is so true. And this is something that I think a lot of people think I don't even deal with. And that is so not true. I deal with a lot of stress and pressure on a daily basis from many different angles. But I'm just going to talk about with doing nails with clients. It is very stressful to have people come to you every day and they expect you to give your best creatively because they're paying you money. And you got to be good, you got to be quick. And then on top of that, Not being the discount salons, they automatically expect us to be super creative all the time. That is a lot of stress and pressure. That's one angle. The other angle that creates a lot of stress and pressure is trying to build clientele and constantly keep your clientele, especially in the beginning, because you will get people, you can get a big influx of people, but a lot of those people won't stick with you because they came, they tried you out, and it was just something that wasn't doing it quite for them, or you might have been too expensive or whatever. So it's just like it's always kind of like a constant nagging pressure to keep people in your books, to keep these people happy from a lot of different angles. And then you got to think about it too. The pressure comes from those around you, especially those of you all who are leaving your jobs to come do this. Those people are kind of looking at you like, we're going to see if how long she do this. So that pressure is coming from you too. You know, they may not say it outright like that, but they may say, well, how's everything going? They want to hear you, you know, I ain't gonna say they want to hear you, but they have their eye on you. So that's a lot of pressure right there. So doing this has pressure from a lot of different angles, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna keep it moving because it's a few to go through, right? So we're gonna move on to the next one. And the next one is leaving your 9 to 5 and then having to go back. Wow. Now that one right there, now that's something. Think about that. And I think that's a lot of people's fears, right? Is that your fear? How did I know? Because that was my main fear when I well, every time I've jumped in and out of nails, I've done it so many times myself. I've jumped in, I've jumped out, I've jumped in, I've jumped out because I had this expectation of how things would go. And if they didn't go exactly how I thought, or if I had a bad week or two, or maybe even a bad month, because we do have those periods, I would freak out. And I wasn't quite prepared mentally or financially for those times. You get what I'm saying? I was just thrown off by it. So that's something that, you know, being an entrepreneur, these are the things that people don't talk about. And I know a lot of people, I know because I get so many people in my inbox on a daily, on Instagram, on YouTube, email. You all are saying the exact same thing. All of you all are saying the exact same thing. I want to quit my job. I really want to do this. You gave me the inspiration to do this. And I know that these are the things that are going on in your mind. So being an entrepreneur, you know, it's the new hot hip thing to do. Everybody can show that they're doing so well on social media, but you know, we already know when it comes to social media, people paint the picture they want to paint. And doing this for real when those bills are still coming in every month is a totally different story than going off of social media. So I get that part too. Now let's move on to the next one. Let's move on. Number 3 is having to shut down. What is that? This is really small on my phone. Having to shut down a failing business and start from scratch or rebrand. Now, that one is funny because I haven't really read these in a few days. This is just something I saved in my phone, but I'm kind of glad that this is up here because rebranding, a lot of you all are rebranding. A lot of you all have been doing nails or doing hair, doing something for a minute. You kind of dabbled around in it, but competition is really stiff now. This is on a whole nother level because social media is so sophisticated. It creates a fierce competition environment. So a lot of you all are like, Dag, I got to step it up, but you don't even know where to start to step it up. And I'm going to tell you something, and this is not why I made the video, but like this seriously is what you would need. You will really, 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 a lot of you all already know what I'm about to put up here. Where is it? You really probably want to get the book because this book right here is all about, what does it say? Reboot or jumpstart your business, your brand in 30 days or less. And so there's nothing, you know, a lot of us don't have that landscape or that framework on how to get it going. Now, some people just naturally caught on to it because they're just on social media all the time. But when you're trying to build your business, a lot of people don't know where to start. And it can be super intimidating starting all the way over. I get that. I get that. But these are things that a lot of people do not think about. They think that they did a couple of cute sets of nails and they got over 50 or 100 likes and they should be in business for themselves. And these are things that we really, really got to think about, you know? Number 4, having to move back in with your parents. Get a roommate, downgrade. I can't read. downgrade your car, etc., to cut expenses. Now, this right here, I can tell you for a fact that this right here is something I have had to do. And if you watch my videos, you know I have had relative on more than one occasion to go ahead and get my stuff back off the ground because I had to do what I had to do to cut expenses. And if you really want to be an entrepreneur and do this full time, you're going to be uncomfortable at times. Yes, it was uncomfortable staying with a relative. Yes, it was uncomfortable being out there doing Uber. It was dangerous on a few of the rides. I felt uncomfortable. I did what I had to do because I wanted it that bad, but that is one of the fears that stop a lot of us from being real full-time entrepreneurs. See, some of us are calling ourselves girl bosses and entrepreneurs, but we're really not. Like being a real full-time entrepreneur, it's going to be like not you're not going to be a millionaire right away. You're not going to be like just fabulous off the bat. You may have a great start because it's all new and people are excited about you, but all of that stuff levels out and you got to have to make some hard decisions or be ready to be uncomfortable because sometimes you will have to do the lean thing. You're going to have to cut back. No more going to the hairstylist. No more, buying clothes and going out to drink every weekend. All of that is something to think about. I'm not trying to be negative, but we got to talk about these things for real. Like we said, these are the things that are not talked about enough. And I have gone through all of these things. And if you look in the comments, other people are saying like somebody said these really resonate with them. So let's keep going. Have little to no social life. Having little to no social life. Now, that is a big one. That is something that I am just now getting myself kind of balanced with because especially being in the beauty business, this is a big trigger for us. Like this is a big thing because we tend to be busy what Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And that's when you make your most money. And a lot of people may say, well, I'm not working those late hours. I'm not doing all of that. Well, here's the thing. When you first start out, you're going to have to, I've said it before, you are going to have to be flexible to your clients. I right now am at a point where I can pull back on my schedule. I can put my booking link up. I can take it down because I have everything already established. But when you're really trying to get your business off the ground, you have to let your people that are going to gravitate and stick and be a good fit for you, they're going to kind of sculpt your schedule on the beginning. And that's why I said a lot of people don't succeed because they want to come in. I had somebody a while ago, they couldn't figure out why they couldn't build a real clientele. And when she told me her schedule was so ridiculously crazy, I'm like, nobody has time to be fooling with you. It was like, oh, I can only work on Tuesdays from 8 to 10, and then I open back up from 3 to 6. And then Fridays, I'm available from 3 to 7. It was like little bitty chunks of time here and there, and she would give it to people like every week it would change. That will never work to be an entrepreneur. When you are doing your own thing, especially in the beauty industry, you will have little to no social time because we tend to make our money, or people are going to want to come to you towards the end of the week. Another reason why is because people usually get paid on Fridays, or their direct deposit hits on Friday morning. And so a lot of people are not thinking about these little things, so they can't come to you until Friday or Saturday. So in the beginning, you're not going to be attending a lot of events. You're going to miss a lot of baby showers, weddings, all those things. You're going to be missing a lot of it, or you're going to be too darn tired after doing all these people, because you may do a few people Tuesday, Wednesday, but really you're going to get bogged down Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and you're going to be too exhausted to make yourself pretty, or too exhausted to go out, unless you're like 19 years old. I used to do it back then in the day, like just stay out all night and go party and then come back and do it all over again, but you will quickly burn out. So these are the things that people don't talk about being a full-time entrepreneur, or going into this. Like, this is real conversation. So let me pull up the next one. I can barely see here. So the next one is paying for health insurance out of pocket. Now, this is something that I do talk about in the book, Paying for Health Insurance. It doesn't go into deep detail, but not everyone has the husband, or they're not married, or they don't have health insurance unless they work their own job. Now, there are a few things you can do. You can purchase your own health insurance. And I think that people forget that you can always purchase your own health insurance. When it comes to retirement and health insurance and other benefits, people always, for some reason, feel like if they don't have a job, that's the only way they can get it. A job does not stop you from getting your own benefits. A job is, they're just buying it in bulk as a company, but they bought it from a company. Your job did not produce. And I want everyone to get that out of their head. Literally, like, get that out of your head. Seriously. Tap your head. Like, get that out of your head. Like, stop. Stop now. There is no. Are they fighting out there? There is no way that a job can produce it. They're just buying it from another company. See, we're looking at this all wrong. Your company went to Humana and purchased health insurance. The human resource department contacted Humana and got a package deal and presented to you all. That's it. They called, who was that, Kaiser Permanente or whoever. They called them and they got a package for you all. You can do the same thing. So let's get that out of our head. If you want to be an entrepreneur, stop letting these little things get in the way of moving forward. You can always purchase your own health insurance. And if you Google health insurance, whatever insurance you're looking for, you can literally Google health insurance, dental coverage for self-employed people. A ton of companies will come up, and you'll find that some of the larger companies that you have used through your job, they offer special plans just for entrepreneurs. But that's something that is rarely talked about, and it's really not a game stopper at all. So let's not even think that way. And then the last one is being broke because all of your money, gets invested into growing your business. Now, that one right there, that is a good one. And that is literally, I don't know. That one right there is really, really, really going to happen for a long time. And let's be, it is what it is. Like, that's going to happen for a while. Now, some people may say, I make money, I make money, I make money. Okay, you're making money right now, but if you really, when you first start, sometimes it's kind of like that beginner's luck sort of thing. And that may sound negative to some people. Sometimes it's just like, it's a new business, it's a new person, people are excited to try you out. But as your business levels out and you start to grow it and you start to stock up on supplies, you go out and you buy a real nail table instead of working at your kitchen table. As you start to invest, it's going to cost money. When you start to realize that you don't have enough gels, or you start to realize that you're using the cheap LED light, or you're using the cheap this, you're going to start to upgrade. You're going to start to get better quality things as you go deeper into your career. No matter what you do, you're going to realize that there's always something better, or something that cures better, is shinier, or whatever. You're going to start buying, investing into your business. That's part of the game. But if you, this is how you will know you really like what you do, because you won't too much worry about being broke. It'll cross your mind here or there, but you'll be more excited about getting your hands on the better products, the newer products, making your room or your presentation better. You'll be more excited. So that will quickly erase those thoughts of, oh my God, I'm being broke. Because we know if we're investing in our business consistently, we will see the rewards, right? And then part of investing is making sure that we're creating our brand. That's part of the money that we spend too. And I talked about in other videos how I spent money every week on advertising on Instagram. And you can do it as little as $5, $10, $15. And that really, really works. And so these are the things that people don't talk about, but should be talking about. But I wouldn't let it stop me, because really, this is a great career to be in. It's not about just buying nail supplies. You're going to spend money a lot of different ways. You're going to spend a lot of your time a lot of different ways. You're going to be uncomfortable and feel a lot of pressure a lot of different ways. But that's anytime you go for something that's worth it, it's not going to just come like, like the snap of a hand. It's going to be some sacrifice and all of that. And Yeah, it's not for everyone because it's fun at first. Like I told someone, it's fun until it's work. It does become work at a certain point. It really does. And I know a lot of you all are excited about it, so you don't see it yet. I've been doing it for 6 months. I've been doing it 8 months. Okay, let's go. Let me talk to you in year 3, year 4. Consistently just, scrubbing and coming up with all this stuff. You kind of do get burned out. So these are the things that people don't talk about in entrepreneurship, but I want to talk about, and I'm glad to see other people are now posting about it because everybody is posting this glitz and glam life of entrepreneurship, especially in the beauty field, and it's a lot to it. Yeah, if you look around, a lot of people in the beauty industry, when you see them working, they usually look really scruffy, beat up, and tired. We love it, we're happy, but you really about making other people look and feel good. And we are always the last ones to take care of ourselves. We are the last ones to do our nails, our own hair, all of that, because we really love what we do. The money and all of that comes later. We get a joy out of the other things that come along with being an entrepreneur. Like entrepreneurship is really a lifestyle. I guess that's what I want to say overall. Entrepreneurship is a lifestyle. Everybody wants to jump into it. It's very popular, especially right now during the coronavirus, and with all this extra money being thrown people's way. But really, it's really a lifestyle, and you have to be built for it because it's the times when things are not good. It's the times when it's not busy. It's the times when you want to go buy something that you see in the store, but you want to also buy this new product that came out that will make your business better. You're gonna have to choose that product. Those little things are the difference between the person who's jumping on the bandwagon and those people who really want to be a full-time entrepreneur. But I guarantee you, if you stay on the right track, it will definitely pay off. And that's my speech for today. So Brittany said yes, number 2, 3, and 7 hit so hard. Wow, let me go back and look and see what that is. Number 2, 3, and 7. 2, 3, and 7. I notice I skip over a lot of my words because I talk entirely too fast. Number 2, 3, and 7, yeah, leaving a 9 to 5 and having to shut it down. And number 7, going broke. See, that's the thing. Those, yeah, 2, 3, and 7 hit a lot of people hard. 2, 3, and 7 are what make most people not fully pull the trigger. But that's something you have to kind of like, at some point, there's no video, there's nothing I could say or anything. It's just going to be something inside of you. The only thing you can do on your end is to make sure that you're prepared as much as possible. You can never save enough money. You'll always feel like maybe I need more. At some point, you just have to pull the trigger and just try to be as prepared as possible. But to me, understanding that these sort of things will come your way, the stress of it all, sometimes being broke, as long as you're mentally prepared to maybe have to go through these things at certain points, I think that that's really what you need because a lot of people are caught off guard getting caught up in the rose colored glasses looking at stuff on social media. And I can tell you that a lot of people on social media post what they want to post to look a certain way. And if you really, really saw what was going on, it's not what people post. People post what they want to post. And I promise you that is true. Most full-time hardcore entrepreneurs don't have time to sit up and try to convince other people that they're doing so good because they're too busy doing the work. And other people sit up and take poses and pictures all day. Those are usually not the real entrepreneurs. Unless they've been in it for a long, long, long time, they got to that point. In the beginning, you're going to be too caught up in trying to get the work done. You're going to be trying to do new ads and work on new stuff and research that and that. I don't want people to get caught up in that. I want people to know what it's really, really, really about. Lexi said, the will get your pockets for real if you let it. Yeah. And that's the thing. You can buy all the stuff, the zoins, and you haven't put any money in marketing. And then it's like a million girls in your area that do the same thing, but they're getting the people. You can have all the design. I know people get way more design stuff than me and don't even do it full time. They got a whole job. They only get a chance to pull out their designs when they, here and there. So you don't have to have every product in the world to start out with. You really don't. When I first moved back here, I think I started out with 30 colors, gels, and polishes. And every week I would just buy more. And I've said in other videos, even if I buy two, three, four, five, I was really focused on marketing. I spent money on postcards and I spent money on Instagram ads. And so I didn't just go spend all my money on supply stuff. I really did not, because you can take a little bit of supplies and create different looks. So that's important. It does take a lot. It takes a lot of self-discipline and budgeting. Yes. So when I start, I'm just going to use the Instagram ads because they are so important. And I like our Instagram and Facebook because you can connect the two into one ad. You can really drill down and market to specific people in your area. You can say, I want people in a 3 mile radius of me, 15-mile radius of me who have this interest, this like, da 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 da, this type of career. You can really drill down and it will pay off. So in the beginning, I started out with $5 ads. Like you can adjust the days, the amount, and then I started increasing. So at one point I went up to like $75 for an ad, and I would let it run just to see how it will perform. If it wasn't performing well, you could always shut it off. And I don't even think that one got all the way to $75. I've done $50 ads, 75, 20, 30. I played with those numbers all the time. But then I would just shut it off. If it wasn't performing, if I wasn't getting people inquiring about appointments and things, I would just shut it off. And then I would use a different picture. So those were the things that I was focused on. I would go and buy a little bit of supplies every week. But really, I was really focused on my brand and the marketing, making sure I had a look, making sure my work, my pictures were good, that sort of thing. This knowledge is very helpful. Thank you heaps. I needed to hear this badly. Yes, I'm so glad. And um I saw this on Instagram and I was like, I have to repost what the Millionaire Moms Club said, because this right here is really, really what it's like. These are the things we still go through. I still get stressed. I still have a lot of pressure on me, especially a lot of days if I'm back to back. And then on those days, trust me, somebody's going to show up late. Or trust me, somebody's going to get in my chair and not know what they want, can't make up their mind on a color, and want to go over design ideas for 20 minutes. And when you have a tight day, you really don't have time for that, but you can't be rude, can you? But sometimes I do get a little agitated because it's like on your busy days, one little thing will make your whole day off. Like entirely, the entire day is just off. Little things like that will happen. You got to know how to handle it. And then you may go through this whole day. You made it through and you made this money. And Cece and I say this all the time. You will be so tired. You don't even feel. Now you got to clean up. Now you got to sit here and clean up. You are exhausted. You have a ton of phone calls and text messages that you have not been able to answer all day because you've been back to back. The room is a mess. So now you got to clean, you got to disinfect, you got to scrub stuff down, change the barber side, all these different things. Now you got to look at your text messages, answer inboxes, right? You still haven't even checked your email for the day, looked at any social media. Now you want a little time to yourself. But by this time, it's like going on midnight and you have to be up the next morning at 8 a.m. to do it all over again. That's what it's like being an entrepreneur. You're sweaty, you're tired, your scalp is irritated. You want to just take your little ponytail holder off and scratch your scalp and jump in the shower and just relax. But then you want some me time. You want to look on Facebook. You don't have time. It's midnight. So you're gonna be sleep deprived. So when do you get your time? That can happen. That does happen in this industry. That's how it goes. That can go on for like 2 weeks straight where it's like you're in a blur. You're just constantly working and doing people and cleaning and disinfecting and discussing colors and da 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 da. And you gotta be nice while you're doing it. You ain't trying to stay on schedule. It can be stressful. It can be a lot. It can be a lot. So I just really want people to have a full understanding of what it looks like to be somebody in the beauty industry. And a lot of people, customers, clients, they don't get it. They think we just having fun all day, like playing in glitter and stuff. And it's actually like working in a factory because you're hot, you're sweaty, you're lifting legs and scrubbing feet and massaging people and being bubbly. And we're making money, but we're spending money. We're paying the IRS. We're doing a lot. This industry, being an entrepreneur in the beauty industry, is a lot to take on. You really are running a business on top of being the point man, the people person, the front line person, constantly creative, the artist. It's a lot. And these are the things that nobody talks about on social media. They show all these pictures of all these beautiful designs, and then they show pictures of them out of the club popping bottles. And I'm like, that person probably hasn't really been outside in like over a month with their friends. So I mean, like they don't show the other part where they're sitting up there with a ponytail all scratched up at the top of their head and they're looking raggedy with bags under their eyes because they're just working. Yeah, you make money, but it's not pretty like everybody makes it look on social media. So I really like this post. Um Oh, honey said, I thank you for teaching me how to target the clients that I want. Yes, and that's very important. A lot of people get out the industry too because they never targeted anyone. They never did. So they did a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They never got into natural nails. They know nothing about natural nails. They know nothing about no chip. They just know how to do some acrylic, some polygel. They never got into feet. None of that. So when the acrylic and all that, goes off trend because it comes on and off, I always say that they kind of lose interest in it, and so do their clients lose interest and they stop coming, and so that makes them lose interest and they turn it back into a hobby. So you got to think about what you want to do. You can do it all, but just make sure that you kind of know what you want to make the bulk of your money in. Like, just take a little time to think about it. um that's what I'm doing, spending money on Instagram and Facebook ads. Yes, and you can start as little as $5, and you can say I want to run a $5 ad for 3 days. And you can look at the numbers. It'll tell you. You'll start to get inboxes. You'll start to get likes on that picture. If that picture doesn't work, grab another picture, take it from another angle, and redo it again. I spent a lot of money testing, 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 testing. And they have a thing that's called like A and B testing. So you're testing the same thing, but you can test it in a different way. So let's say you take picture number one with A and B testing. You're going to take this picture of red nails and you're going to run an ad for 5 days at $5 a day, which is $25 for the week, right? And you're going to just run it in your immediate area, girls that are age 18 to 25, right? And you see how that does one week. That's test A. You could take that same picture the following week, and if you just think this set of nails is everything, if it didn't do as well as you thought it should have did, then you might say on week 2, I'm going to take this same picture, picture number 1, and I'm going to run test B. So same picture, in the second week, you're going to run it a little bit differently. I want to take the same picture. I want to spend $5 a day for 5 days, and I'm going to increase my territory and do all of Chicagoland and the suburbs. And I want to increase it from girls from age 18 to age 40. And then you see how that does. And then you go back when both are done, and you're supposed to be looking at the back end numbers, the analytics on the back end to see which one people responded to more. Now, what's going to respond better may be B. So we're talking about the second picture that you expanded the territory and you expanded the age. And then they'll tell you, like, there's a graph there. See this is a business. Even in doing nails, this is a business. And this is how I built my business. I looked at those numbers and I found that I get the girls that's 18 up to about 44 that responded to most of my pictures. However, that kicked me back to the book, right? And in the book, I thought about it like, do I really want those girls that are that young? Do I really like sitting up doing all that stuff all day, all those designs? Me personally, not really. I'm kind of burned out on it. So what I did was I then kept my territory. I'm just using this as an example, but I kept my territory that wide. But then the next time when I ran a picture like that, and I did test C, I know now to leave the territory that wide, Chicagoland and suburbs. But then I'm just gonna move that knob over and say I only want girls age 22 to 44, because, or I want age 25 to 44. See, now that's how I have drilled down to target the type of person that I want. Now, if what I just said was a bit much, just rewind this because it will be kept up and replay this. But this is what you guys should be doing with your money. This is where I spent my money when I first moved back. And this is how I was able to move back after being in Atlanta for 5 years and having my clientele, boom, where I didn't do Uber. Quickly, I got rid of Uber, here and there, but I didn't have to do it. I was determined to get out of that, that discomfort I was in. I was living with a relative in a small room and doing Uber. I was uncomfortable, but it was good because it made me do this. And this is where I was spending the bulk of my money every week. The little extra money I had left over every week wasn't going towards the zoinks, the zoinks, the zoinks. No, I was spending some of it, but really I was trying to budget my money on my ads. My ads. And this is how you break down your whatever your budget is. This is how you break it down. And you go start testing pictures and testing territories, and you go in and you adjust each time you do an ad. You go and adjust it after you look at your numbers from your first one or your previous test or your previous ad. You go back and you look at the analytics and you adjust it, because if you leave it open, that you can kind of mess up and have clients all over the place too. I knew I didn't really want to target the young girls. Now, if you are young and you like doing all those long nails and stuff, you're going to adjust your age. You're going to run the ad. When you first run it, you can adjust it. But if you just want to see, you can run it to see who responds to your picture and then adjust accordingly over time. I hope this makes sense, what I'm saying. So I just think that these are the things we need to discuss for everyone who wants to be a boss nowadays. Everyone wants to be the glitzy glammy boss, but we got to be the analytical boss. We have to be proactive in how we attack this, so we're not just wasting our time when we drop out before it even gets started. Are there any other questions? I just talk, 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 talk. I didn't even know I was going to say all that, but that's how you do it. Start testing and running your ads, your Instagram and your Facebook ads. And when you run an Instagram ad, Instagram is the place where people shop, right? And a lot of this is in the book, but it attaches to Facebook. But you got to break that stuff down. And that's just something that I decided to do on my own. Like, I actually go back and look at my analytics and see how my ads perform. So I don't want to hold it too long, but are there any questions before I log off? I'll give it a second. I'll give it a second. I'll give it a second. Let me know. Are there any questions? Comments? Before I log off? Oh, someone said, Kimberly Love said, I would just like to say that I really do appreciate you taking the time out to teach me the things I need to know about this nail life. No problemo. No problemo. This is what I do. This is what I do. And I know I don't have the biggest numbers on the internet, the biggest numbers on YouTube or Instagram, but my engagement is really high, and it's higher than most. I think because I want to provide stuff of value, and I don't want to do what's popular. I want to do what provides value to you all. And this is what provides value. I think you all have enough design stuff. I think we got a lot of that out there. We got some very talented people. And while I may do it here or there, I feel like we need this type of information to make some real business owners out here. Marketing to find your ideal client is so important. And that's the thing. Like, nobody thinks about that. And nowadays you kind of got to do it because it's so much competition. And it's not hard. It's just something you got to do. Social media made it so easy. But run those little ads and just see what happens. Did anyone else have a question? If you all could see all this stuff that's here, everyone who got a box in the auction, they're out the door. And I can't wait until this week, because they're going to be really exciting boxes, because everything has been organized. And so when things are coming in, they can easily be put in their right place here, and we will get the next auction going. And then I want to put some more I'm going to put some more affordable boxes so they're not all bid up so high. But yeah, I guess there are no more questions. I'm assuming. I was just trying to give it a second because I know that there can be a lag a little bit, depending. No? Okay. Cool. Wait, maybe there he is. Oh, please note that I consider you one of my value mentors. Can't say thank you enough. Oh, well, thank you. No, thank you. I appreciate all the support as well. I wasn't even sure if this channel would be needed when I first started. And it just, I kind of let it tell me, like looking at the analytics, I let it tell me what was needed. And I found out by mistake from the video that went viral, the comments. I read all the comments. And so the comments told me what needed to be done. No one is really asking me to do designs because there's plenty of places to go for that. But people really want to know what it takes to get to what they see on social media. You can get there, but I'm just letting you know a lot of stuff you see on social media is like fabricated and orchestrated. It really is. But I'm telling you, don't look at me looking scruffy and think like, oh, I'm doing very well. So, and I'm not saying that in a bragging way. I'm saying like I'm okay and I don't work for anyone and I have insurance and a nice car and all that. And I am self-made and I don't live with anyone paying my bills. And so I'm telling you how it really, really goes in real life, like what must be done to get to this point. And I'm tired a lot. That's why I'm not on camera now. I'm tired, sweaty, and just moving all these boxes and materials around. But it's a great career, but it's not all pretty like everybody likes to make it look on the internet. That kind of annoys me because that's not realistic. You said, oh, you missed the auction thing. Well, they're going to be coming every week. That was just testing it out to see, how smoothly it would go. So they're going to be coming every week and bigger and better stuff is coming. So you didn't miss anything. You just missed those boxes. I think last week we got out 10 boxes in total, 10, 9 or 10. And this week it should be maybe four more boxes going out. We'll see how it goes. So you didn't miss anything. You just missed those. And a lot of things are kind of going to be duplicates because I have a lot of it. So don't you worry. Don't you worry. But I feel like I've been holding you all forever. I really do. So I guess I'm going to let you go and I'm going to catch you all in the next video. We'll be coming live soon, hopefully this Sunday, but make sure you hit the notification bell and you got to be subscribed on YouTube to get that bell to pop up. A lot of people say, I didn't see the bell. That's because you're probably not subscribed. You have to subscribe, then you get the bell and then you'll know in advance. And you want to be in on these auctions. Trust me. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.